The story begins in deep space above a distant world called Charon Prime, where the fate of humanity is hanging by a thin thread. And everything feels heavy, loud, and dangerous, even though space itself is silent. Because human ships are burning, alarms are screaming, and bright flashes from explosions light up the darkness like dying stars, showing clearly that humans are losing a brutal war against a powerful alien force known as the Varix Dominion, an empire that has crushed many worlds before coming for human space. And now their massive living ships, grown from strange metal and flesh, move with cold purpose as they break through the last human defense line, while inside the human command ship Horizon's Edge, fear spreads as fast as fire. Officers shout damage reports. Screens show destroyed fleets, and everyone knows that if the enemy dread carrier fires its main weapon, entire planets could be wiped away. Yet in one quiet corner of the ship, far from the shouting, a young human sniper named Mara Vance lies flat in the sniper control bay, controlling the long-shot array, a giant rail weapon made to strike targets across vast distances. And unlike everyone else, she is not rushing, not shaking, not panicking, but breathing slowly and deeply, her chest rising and falling in calm rhythm as she studies the moving numbers on her visor that show gravity pulls, drifting debris, tiny shifts in space, and strange energy flows caused by the alien ship. While around her, people begin to doubt her because time is running out and the enemy is charging its weapon. Then some whisper that she is too slow, that her calm will get them all killed. But Mara ignores them because she understands something they do not. That space is not empty or still, that it moves like a quiet ocean with invisible currents. And if she fires too fast, the shot will miss and humanity will fall. So she keeps breathing and calculating as the dread carrier makes a tiny movement that almost no one notices. Yet that tiny movement matters. And at that moment, the sniper lead, Commander Halle, who has seen many soldiers break under pressure, suddenly realizes what Mara is doing as he watches her breathing match the changing data. And he raises his hand to stop everyone from interrupting her, and when someone demands she fire now, Hall speaks 3 simple words that change everything, saying that she is calculating wind, meaning she is reading the hidden movements of space itself, something most species never think to do. And the room falls silent because the idea sounds impossible to those who rely only on speed and power. But humans have survived by learning patience and adaptation. And as the alien ship's core begins to glow brighter, signaling that its deadly weapon is almost ready, Mara finally smiles faintly, confident, not because she is fearless, but because she trusts her understanding of the universe. And the tension becomes unbearable as seconds stretch like hours, with human lives balanced on her steady breathing. And this moment shows the heart of humanity's strength, not raw force or advanced technology, but the ability to stay calm when surrounded by fear, to think clearly when death is close, and to trust human instinct and learning even when others doubt, setting the stage for everything that follows. Because in this quiet, focused pause before disaster, the story shows that humanity's greatest weapon is not the gun in Mara's hands, but the mind behind it, willing to wait, to observe, and to strike only when the moment is truly right. The second part of the story moves forward the moment the tension breaks, when the alien dreadship fires first and its terrible weapon sends a bright beam across space that tears through human cruisers like paper, destroying ships in seconds and killing thousands without warning, making the battlefield even darker and more hopeless as broken metal and frozen bodies drift away. And many human pilots begin to believe the battle is lost. Yet inside the command ship, the calm focus of Mara Vance does not fade, because she has already finished her calculations and understands that rushing would only waste the one chance humanity has left. So when she finally gives the order to fire, the great sniper weapon answers with silent power, sending a single heavy shot forward that does not travel in a straight line, as the enemy expects, but instead bends and curves through space, pulled by the gravity of a nearby star and pushed by invisible solar energy, slipping through drifting wreckage and avoiding enemy scans. And because the aliens believe space is empty, and still they never imagine a weapon could use these forces, and so the shot strikes the heart of the dreadship at a strange angle that its living armor cannot adjust to, causing the ship to shudder and cry out in a terrible sound as its core breaks apart and energy rushes backward through its body, splitting it open and killing it from the inside. And for one short moment, the entire battlefield falls into stunned silence as both sides watch the largest alien ship die. Then human crews cheer not because the war is over, but because hope has returned. Yet the enemy does not retreat and instead reacts with fury, launching hundreds of smaller ships and boarding pods toward the human command vessel, turning the fight from a distant space battle into a brutal close struggle, as alien soldiers with sharp limbs and hard armor cut through hull walls and pour into the ship, stronger and faster than humans, believing this advantage will end the resistance. But the humans refuse to surrender and rush to meet them, turning narrow halls into deadly fighting grounds where fear and courage clash. And Mara leaves her sniper station to fight beside the soldiers, using patience and careful timing instead of wild fire, waiting for the right second before each shot and conserving her strength. While around her engineers reroute power through burning systems, medics drag the wounded away under fire, and pilots fly damaged ships straight into enemy lines to protect others, showing that humanity does not depend on perfect plans, but on the will to keep moving forward even when hurt. And as the fighting continues, the aliens slowly realize something is wrong, because humans do not break when they should, do not panic when losses rise, and instead grow more dangerous as pressure increases, using teamwork, sacrifice, and stubborn endurance to hold ground that logic says they should abandon. Then this part of the story shows how the destruction of the dreadship does more than remove a powerful enemy, because it changes the spirit of the battle, turning fear into resolve and doubt into action, as humans prove that even when facing a stronger force they can adapt faster, fight smarter, and refuse to give up, laying the emotional and physical groundwork for the final clash that will decide whether humanity survives or is erased from the stars. The final part began with the humans cornered on the ruined surface of Krillian, the alien mothership looming like a black mountain above them, its engines casting eerie shadows over the craters and debris-strewn ground. Every human heart raced as the alien legions poured out, their sleek, multi-limbed forms moving with terrifying speed and precision, yet the humans did not falter. The sniper lead, Lieutenant Mara, stood calm amidst the chaos, her eyes scanning the battlefield with laser focus, the weight of countless lives resting on her shoulders. She silently calculated every wind shift, every distance, every variable, her slow, deliberate breathing unnerving even her closest comrades at first, until she made her move. Mara's finger squeezed the trigger of the heavy plasma rifle, and the first alien commander fell, a single shot cutting through impossible odds. Inspired by her unwavering calm, the squad followed her lead, each soldier finding courage in her certainty, turning fear into controlled fury. Explosions shook the ground as the human fleet above launched coordinated strikes, their ships weaving through the alien gunfire like dancers, evading death with precise maneuvers that defied alien predictions. On the surface, the humans used the terrain to their advantage, collapsing craters and using debris as cover, showing creativity and cunning that the aliens had never anticipated. As the battle escalated, the Alien Queen, a massive being of iridescent armor and psychic power, emerged to crush the resistance, her voice a thunderous roar that echoed in the minds of every soldier. Mara did not flinch. She adjusted her aim, whispered the 3 words that changed everything. Steady, watch, wait, and fired a perfectly timed shot that pierced the Queen's psychic shield, stunning her long enough for the human forces to strike decisively. Explosions, cries, and the clash of energy weapons filled the air, but the humans fought with unity and precision, exploiting every weakness of their technologically superior foes. Slowly the tide turned. The aliens faltered under the unexpected resilience and adaptability of their human opponents. Ships crashed, alien warriors fell, and one by one, the alien commanders were eliminated, their hierarchy collapsing in chaos. Mara's calm presence became a symbol, a beacon that inspired every human soldier to push past pain, exhaustion, and fear. Finally, with a decisive strike from the combined human fleet and ground forces, the alien mothership was crippled, its engines exploding in a cascade of fire and debris that illuminated the battlefield. The humans cheered, though many were wounded and weary, their victory hard-won and earned through sheer determination, ingenuity, and the refusal to surrender to overwhelming odds. In the aftermath, Mara stood silently, surveying the devastation, knowing that while the battle was over, the cost had been high. Yet the message was clear: humanity would never bow. And even in the darkest moments, courage, calm, and resolve could turn the tide against impossible threats. The surviving humans began rebuilding, carrying the memory of the fallen and the triumph of their unwavering spirit. A testament to the idea that resilience, intelligence, and unity could overcome any challenge, leaving a lasting impression on both allies and enemies that humanity, small yet fearless, could rise above any danger.